the conditions are a bit wet. You'd think that would be a problem, but both head coaches actually like it. Head coach Louis Bennett of Marquette said he likes a wet pitch because the ball just kind of skids across the top. And when players slide, they don't get stuck.
One of the things Marquette used to great effect in their first match against Creighton was serving the ball right at outside hitter Jaylee Winters. They figured, why not tire her out by making her pass the ball so she's not as effective at attacking? I asked Coach Booth, how do you shield Winters from that? And she said, shield her? She loves it. She just lost a little bit of focus in that match, but usually she loves it when other teams hit at her. So as we start this fourth set, let's see if Marquette targets Jaylee Winters in serve receive. Watch number 5 for Creighton.
It's the player who is second in the country in assists, though, that is setting the table for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Lauren Speckman, the sophomore out of San Jose, California, recently moved to Wisconsin, by the way. 12.28 assists per set, and not only is she an adept passer, she's a vocal leader. Whenever something's not working in the offense, she's the one that goes up to head coach Ryan Tice and says, hey, we need to change it, we need to adjust it this way. So a lot of different hats for the sophomore. She's a vital part of this team. Both teams have broken their huddle, getting ready for the second set to start. Madeline Mosier, Jenna Rosenthal, Anna Hawk in the front row for Marquette. Lauren Speckman, Manon Geoffroy, and Elizabeth Orff in the back row, although Orff will take a seat and Martha Knavadoff will check in. And for Villanova, Darcy Wolf, Maya Massenberg, Allison Fitzgerald, Reagan Lowe, Remy Fairchild, and Emma Decker will put their feet on the Terraflex as we begin this second set with Martha Knavadoff back at the service line. Knavadoff has 21 matches with at least 10 digs. Rosenthal doesn't really get all of that one. Fairchild booms it right through the block. Mosier and Rosenthal didn't quite close it in time. We're off and running here in the second set.
A little bit of a regroup for Villanova after falling quite substantially in that first set. Let's see how they regroup here.
5 Wildcats with 1 kill. Amanda Peterson-Henry has 4. She's still the only player with more than 1. Nice defensive effort from Villanova. Far pin, it's Anna Hawk, and with a deadly cross-court attack, Hawk puts it on the ground.
And I believe that's 6 kills on 6 attempts in this one for Anna Hawk.
Yeah, she's pitching a perfect game so far. Oh, was I not supposed to mention that?
Oh, Andrew, you jinxed it.
Yep,
the first
announcer's
rule
jinx.
in sports.
Sorry, I've never done baseball before. I'm not well versed in this. Decker setting it up for Peterson-Henry, blocked at the net by Rosenthal and Speckman. That's the first block for either side. 2-1 Golden Eagles.
And that one, Andrew, didn't seem to have a chance. Rosenthal timed that perfectly.
They're trying to get the quick one ball to Amanda Peterson-Henry in the middle of the net. Rosenthal and Speckman read it all the way. Hard serve by Mosier. Remy Fairchild blocked away. Villanova will get another shot at it, though. Fairchild off the block. Speckman set up to Hawk. Blocked away. There goes the perfect game for her. And that's a kill for Hawk. So even though she doesn't have the same number of kills as attempts anymore, she still does pick one up on that play.
Yeah, an 875 kill percentage isn't quite bad either.
Hawk's only averaging a 183 hitting percentage on the year. 15.6% of her swings result in an error. So she's been more accurate than she has been to date, as that's a kill from Massenberg, who will promptly check out, and Sarah Allman will come in. Allman played both indoor volleyball and beach volleyball in high school. Guess when you're out in California, you can play both year-round. And that one goes long.
Andrew, I have a question. Do you think in California, beach volleyball is the equivalent of a sort of street basketball?
You know what? It might be. Because it's kind of like playing pickup. You just call your friends up, or really friend, because a lot of beach volleyball is 2-on-2, and just say, hey, want to go down to the beach, see who's playing today? Fairchild booms it out of bounds. Must be nice, especially when we're dealing with sub-freezing Wisconsin temperatures.
Yeah, the LA Lakers are visiting the Milwaukee Bucks here tonight. Not sure how they feel about the weather.
Hawk with a short serve. It'll elicit an overpass. Speckman setting up for Barber off the block. Remy Fairchild's getting a lot of attempts, including that one. Barber from a tough angle. The tip kill almost did it. Jenna Rosenthal, right-breaking slide attack, and she hits that one way out of bounds. The timing between Speckman and Rosenthal seemed just a little bit off this game.
It has. But when Barber and Rosenthal do get that timing with Speckman, they are a force, a trio to be reckoned with.
You mentioned Jenna Rosenthal's 6'6". It's just so hard to set someone of that height, especially when they're mobile. But Speckman did it perfectly there. Jenna Rosenthal putting it right to the floor as Kanavadov checks out for Elizabeth Orff.
And I think she heard us after a little bit of a miscue, mistiming on that last point. Comes back, times it perfectly. Kill for Jenna Rosenthal.
Rosenthal back at the service line. Interesting to note that she hardly ever served her sophomore year, or excuse me, her redshirt freshman year. Last year was her sophomore year. Even then, she didn't really start until half the year as Elizabeth Orff gets blocked away. And the volleyball rolls over to the press table. But Rosenthal's worked on her serve ever since she's gotten to Marquette, and it has kind of a sinking motion to it.
Yeah, and what incredible improvement from Jenna Rosenthal since early on this year. She didn't really earn any accolades in her redshirt freshman year. Since then, she's been named Big East All-First Team.
Barber right at Amanda Peterson-Henry, who wasn't expecting it, didn't really get in position in time, and Barber will pick up another kill.
Got to be on your toes, especially when Allie Barber is hitting the volleyball.
Last time against Villanova, Allie Barber swung 59 times.
Think her arm was tired after the game?
Oh, I would imagine so. Mosier, not a lot on that one, easily dug out by Fairchild, who gets it off the tape and down. Speckman and Hawk both had a play on it. Neither of them really moved. Now it's 7-5 Marquette. Maya Massenberg checking in. Sarah Allman taking a seat. We were talking earlier about multi-talented athletes. Maya Massenberg, a violin player.
Interesting. I wonder if that helps her volleyball game at all.
Yeah, if it brings her peace of mind, then why not? And that is one of the weirder points I've ever seen. Anna Hawk put an overball back onto Villanova's court, and three players just stood around and looked at it.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a miscommunication. It was like, you get it. No, you get it. And no one got it. Point Marquette.
Barber back to serve. Overball from Fairchild. Hawk sends it wide, though. A mistake from Anna Hawk in a match in which she hasn't had that many.
Yeah, right idea from Hawk. She saw some open space over there on the left side. Tried to be a little too cute with it. Goes out of bounds.
Then no Geoffroy in the back row. So two specialists back there for Marquette. Geoffroy and Kanavadov. Anna Hawk joining them at left back. And Ali Olzanowski to serve. And Hawk immediately redeems herself with a kill, 9-6 Marquette. Attackman John Wagner was the man of the match for Marquette. He scored not one, not two, but 3 goals. Well, hail, hail, the gang's all here at Eagles training camp. Today was the first day that the whole team was at the NovaCare complex. Prior to this, it was only a few quarterbacks and wide receivers. One of the most popular activities here at Sports Fest is knocker ball, where you put this big plastic inflatable ball on your head and roll into other ones, like this. One of these 8-person boats can be 60 feet long. Sarah usually goes right in the middle where the strongest rowers are, but every position has a role to play. The Badgers took it here in the BMO Harris Bradley Center both 2014 and 2016, and the Golden Eagles returned the favor in Madison, both in 2015 and 2017. By the way, Dan, if you're looking for something to do Saturday, training camp, Lincoln Financial Field, open to the public. Maybe grab yourself a cheesesteak afterwards. There's Howard out to Hauser from the edge of the logo. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 6:30 left on the game clock. Howard with 8 seconds left. Step back. Three-pointer, left corner, swish. And Marcus Howard has such a quick release. Marcus Foster was draped all over him, and he got that off.
but the referees are saying it's only a 2-pointer. He had his foot over the line, so it's 25-22 Marquette. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Here's Foster coming around the screen and sticking his elbow right into Harry Froling and drawing the foul on the layup. He'll shoot 2.
Wojo says Froling had his hands up, but refs disagree and say whistle him for the foul.
Well, opinions vary on the eyesight of Big East referees. As I'm sure if you follow Anonymous Eagle on Twitter, you have learned over the course of the year. Marcus Foster with his first trip to the line on the day. Shoots 75.9% on free throws, sinks his first. Matt Helt checking in for Harry Froling. Tyshawn Alexander checking in for Creighton as Davion Mintz will take a seat. Foster, the transfer out of Kansas State. Creighton's leading scorer at 20 points per game, shoots 49.1% from the field. Now he sinks his second from the line. 25-24 Marquette. 6 minutes left in the first. And for the Blue Jays, which had missed a lot of free throws to start, in fact, they'd only hit one of their first 7. This is a nice way for them to climb back into it. Or excuse me, one of their first 5. Rousey pump fakes and swishes the 2-pointer from about 16 feet. 27-24 Marquette. There's Kyrie Thomas dribbling towards the top of the key, getting a return pass from Marcus Foster. Driving on Matt Helt, takes a long 2-pointer, no good. Over the back foul called on Mitch Ballack as he tries to get the rebound.
You know, I'm very intrigued on why, Wojo has the matchup, because it seems to be like these very athletic guards are always find their way onto the likes of Matt Helt. And while he's not exactly, the most athletic guy, we've seen the Jays put up points on him tonight. So we'll see if Wojo decides to make a change.
A pair of fouls already on Mitch Ballack, the freshman out of Eudora, Kansas. Number 49 recruit in the country, according to 247 for the class of 2017. Sakar Annam driving on Davion Mintz, puts up a heavily contested layup from the right side, no good. Rebound by Toby Hegner. Now Mintz matriculating the ball up the court, passes back to Hegner for 3, and he swishes it. 27 all. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first. Back and forth and back we go.
I think this half has been very low scoring. Like compared to other games that both teams have played, it's been a pretty relative low scoring game.
Well, Rousey draws a foul trying to split a double team. It's called on Toby Hegner, his second. He'll check out and Jacob Epperson will come in. 7th team foul for Creighton, so the Golden Eagles will have a 1-and-1. Andrew Rousey, who leads the team with 10 points, will take those free throws. Marquette has 6 team fouls.
My question tonight is Andrew Rousey in his last home game at the BMO, is he going to do the thing?
Well, he has 23 the things on the year, and for those of you in the listening audience who are unacquainted with the thing, that is when Rousey pump fakes from beyond the 3-point line, catches his defender in the air, and then rams into him and puts up a shot while being fouled. 23 of them on the year, 11 in Big East play, but these foul shots are through far less exciting means as he sinks his first and then sinks his second after it rolls around on the rim for a little while. Rousey shooting 89.8% on free throws for the year. On any other team, that would be first, but on Marquette, it's second to Marcus Howard. So it's 29-27 Golden Eagles. Rousey has 12 points on 4-7 shooting. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Mintz going around the screen from Jacob Epperson, firing up a 3 and swishing it. 30-29 Creighton.
Golden Eagles are not being as aggressive as I thought they would come out on defense. They have not forced one turnover yet.
The Blue Jays are 6 of 15 from beyond the arc, and with Marquette being very lax off of screens, you have to wonder how much longer that's going to last. 30-29 Creighton, 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Rousey putting up a contested 3, way short. Nobody in the vicinity for Marquette to get an offensive rebound. Bad possession. Tyshawn Alexander finds Marcus Foster, right corner, misses that 3-pointer. A gift from Marquette as Andrew Rousey gets the rebound. 4 minutes remaining. Rousey dribbling the ball, looking for a crease. Epperson body checks him, coming around a screen. Hauser goes in from the left side, puts up a contested jumper that nevertheless falls after rattling around on the rim for a bit. 31-30 Marquette. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first.
Quiet Sam Hauser, but he's finally on the board.
Here's Tyshawn Alexander, forced to pick up his dribble by Rousey, but it doesn't matter. He just dishes back to Kyrie Thomas, who cans a straightaway three. 33-31 Blue Jays, 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. And even though there's a lot of basketball to be played, something tells me this game's going to come down to the final few possessions.
Absolutely. That was Mintz's 4th assist of the day already, so he's been very effective for the Jays.
And Hauser has to dive for that pass after getting it tipped out of the air. Ball bouncing free into the arms of Kyrie Thomas, and he will throw it down in a big way off the break. His second dunk of the day. 35-31 Blue Jays, 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, and head coach Steve Wojciechowski has seen enough.